He's falling.
Welcome back to the ranch. I'm starting the video in the car today because we got a lot going on at the house and it's pretty loud. So, my next video I thought would be putting in the hardwood floors, and it turns out we've had some setbacks. Just with how to lay the floor and what direction to go, and turned into some problems that we need to do it a certain way and ran out of time. My husband's still working full time. So we ended up hiring it out to get laid, which I think we'll be much happier with. So right now we're just prepping the subfloor today, and that's going pretty good. I am also going to try working on the rock entryway. I've tried a few different things that I think I'm on like plan D now. We've had plan A fail, plan B fail. So I'll go over all of those with you and see if this new plan is going to work. So let me fill you in a little bit about what's been going on with this stone entryway. I love the stone entryway. I love that it adds texture to the home. It adds like just character. And so I really want to keep it. But it is, if you can see it, it is an iron flagstone, which means it rusts. And so that's why, let's see, tilt it down here. That's why you get this kind of gold color, which dates it a little bit and just doesn't look the best. So I'm hoping for more of a slate kind of graphite look. And after watching some videos, and I found a lady online who had painted hers, and she used a chalk paint. So I got the Annie Sloan chalk paint. I've used this a lot with furniture, and so I thought, maybe we'll give it a try here. This is the graphite color. I also got their black, just regular black color too. And kind of planned on kind of doing a mixture of the two colors, so it looks a little more like a slate stone, which is what's on the front porch. Thankfully, the rock runs into these storage closets, so I've been testing on this. So we started with just painting. Clearly found out that there is a very thick layer of sealant on this rock, as there should be, which is what's kept it in such good condition, but you can't paint over sealant. So I then went on a mission to try and get the sealant off so I can paint it, and then we will reseal it. Started with acetone. It is very smelly and didn't work well. And I thought I was gonna have some brain damage if I smelled that even with a mask on. Actually, before I even tried the acetone, I started with crud cutter before I knew that there was a sealant on. So started with the crud cutter, tried painting, and I was like, oh, there's a sealer on this for sure. So then we moved to the acetone. The acetone did not work. I then talked to some masonry experts here in town and some concrete specialists. They told me that this BioClean would strip the sealant off. So this is a concentrated citrus-based floor stripper, and it smells good, so that's a plus. You mix 2 parts of that to 1 part water, and you scrub, and you scrub, and scrub, and scrub. So I scrubbed with this little hand brush and with this broom brush for about 20 minutes on this one stone here in the back corner. Let me move my rags. And it did not get the sealant off. There is definitely still a sealant on the rock. And so despite my best efforts, that did not work. Thanks to a friend I was kind of complaining to. She said that she had heard of masonry primer that can go on top of a sealant. So that's where I'm at today. I'm gonna try this. It's interior, exterior, concrete and masonry bonding primer. It is supposed to adhere on top of the sealant, and so that you can paint over top of that. So this is where we're at. I'm gonna try this today. It's supposed to go on kind of milky and then it will dry clear. I have a few other things I need to work on while it's drying, so it'll be perfect. But let's see if something can finally work. I think this is like plan D of changing the color of the stone. We'll get there. Okay, so let's try this now. Now that I've tried so many different things on these rocks in the closet, it's hard to know, like, it might work better just because it's had so many other products on it, so hopefully it will work. I still have another closet that I can try that I haven't touched yet. Oh, I can't get the lid off. Here we go. It is very milky. I'm just gonna stir it up. Woo! And of course, I forgot to put my gloves on. There's so much dust in the house. Look at this glove. You can see like where the dust landed. Still from the tile. We have cleaned and wiped things down, I think 3 or 4 times now, but dust is still settling everywhere, so makes it fun. All right. Okay, let me just make sure this is, it's actually super thin. It's like thin as milk. 1% milk. So let's give it a shot. Just gonna get a bunch on my brush and put this on this back rock here. I feel like it should be thicker and go on like a paint. It's more going on like a wash. But to me, this is a much better solution than tearing this rock out and starting from scratch, or just putting hardwood all over here, which is an idea we have toyed with. Ooh, this kind of has a strong smell. I might need to wear a mask with this one too. But it's supposed to dry clear. I don't know how thick of a layer I should put on here, but we'll just put that on kind of milky and cross our fingers and come check it out in a little bit. You can see, can you see that rock back there? You can tell it's a little bit milkier than the other ones. So yeah. I'll give it a go. We'll wait a little bit and see if it dries. And the 4-wheeler out in the pasture is all my kids need for a good time. They've had so much fun. They're out there building jumps and all sorts of stuff. It's just awesome. Just can't get enough. If you remember in the first video, I told you my husband did not like this checkerboard that was painted on the concrete. So we're gonna take care of that while we wait for the paint to dry upstairs. I just got these exercise puzzle mat things off Amazon. They're 1/2 inch and they just interlock. So easiest thing ever. Project. Got it all laid. Looks so good. And it's fun too. Okay, we are back to the stone floor. You can see the little milky spots where it's not quite dry yet. And then where it is drying on the other two stones. Or in the areas on the, I just did these two stones. So this makes me feel very hopeful that the primer is sticking, it's drying, kind of getting in those crevices that are a little bit deeper. And so I am very hopeful that I can get some paint on here. A few more minutes and then we'll give it a try. Okay, so it's dry now. And it dried clear. I'm gonna try the chalk paint, see if it sticks. All right, this is the graphite color. Oh, it's sticking better than it was before, but still not enough. The first time I put this on, it was like just sliding all over. It wasn't like adhering to the rock at all. This time it's working a little better. Maybe not. A little bit better. It almost needs maybe another coat of the primer would help. I'll do that. Trial and error, trial and error. All right, new plan. I think I'm gonna put another heavy coat of the primer on, and I'm also gonna put primer in the other closet. And then I'll come back tomorrow and try the painting again. But I don't know if all the acetone and the citrus stripper thing that I put on is having a roll on it. So I want to try it in the other closet as well and just see if a real thick coat of this masonry primer is going to be the answer that we're looking for. So try again. Okay, so I've got another thick layer. It kind of pours into the grooves the most because it's such a thin material, but this is the first coat of the primer on this rock, and then we'll let it dry, come back, see if that paint will stick to it with the primer on. Okay, I just got back to the house and checked, and all the primer is dry, and so I hurried and put some paint on, and it's working. It is sticking, and it is very black, and now I'm wondering, I tried the black, now I'm gonna go back to the graphite. Stay tuned. I'm so excited that this is working. I can't believe it. This is gonna save us so much money. Check it out. This is the, let me check the color. Athenian Black by Annie Sloan. And you can see where it's drying, how it's like picking up variations of color, and you're still getting the texture of the rock, but it's gonna look so good. I'm so excited. I'm still trying to figure out if I want to do some of the rocks graphite, some of the rocks black, so that there's kind of like variation. We'll see. Okay, I know the lighting isn't the greatest, but I am so happy that this is working that I just can't even contain myself. This side is dry, except for that one little spot you can see. and you get the variation, you get the texture of the rock, and it looks so cool. This side is still wet, so you can kind of see, you're gonna get the texture of the rock. Once that dries, and I'm keeping the grout line for now. Well, yeah, I'm not gonna paint the grout line black, if anything, but I think I'm gonna keep it how it is. So here's the crazy part. I tried doing this one with the graphite paint, this Annie Sloan graphite, just to see if I wanted like variation of like a darker rock and lighter rocks kind of mixed throughout. And the graphite didn't stick again. And it's been the only paint that I was trying until today. Today I decided I wanted to try this one, the Athenian black. I had gotten both originally, but I was only trying the graphite, afraid that the black would be too black. And I couldn't get the graphite to stick. So now I'm actually thinking that this might have just been a faulty paint, which is crazy. It is kind of like thinner than chalk paint usually is, and I shook them all real good. So I decided to do one of these other stones in here that doesn't have any primer on it, and the Athenian black stuck and is drying beautifully. It looks like I need to get a smaller brush to get some of these like little edge details better, but it's working and it's looking really awesome. I'm still gonna go ahead and prime everything just because I think it will be better for the rock. So I'm now going to clean it all, prime it all, and then one rock at a time, we're gonna make it look awesome. Back at the ranch, I brought Emmett with me, and we are gonna start painting all the rest of the tiles. So I'm so excited! We are making great progress. We've colored or painted a lot of the floor tiles, but we've still got a ways to go. So we're probably gonna call it a night, and the full before and after will be in the next video, so stay tuned. Thanks for watching.